Nobody wants it to rain on their parade, especially when it comes to finances. Unfortunately, only about 40% of Americans have $1,000 saved to help them weather the storm.
So local financial professional Brad Allen from wealthwisconsin.com is here to talk about the importance of that rainy day fund. We've been here before. It's really important to have. How much do we have?
Well, a rainy day fund's a little bit different than the emergency fund. So a rainy day fund is there for you in case something like a medical emergency happens, or car trouble, or house payments, or whatever it might be. That rainy day fund is $1,000, $2,000 in a savings account, like a money market or savings account you can access quickly. So an emergency fund is 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. That's for a longer term. If you lose your job, or if you don't have income coming in for an extended period of time, we always say 3 to 6 months worth of expenses on hand.
I didn't pay attention to that at all when I was younger.
No?
Now I do. It finally sunk in. So if you don't have any money saved, what do you do? I mean, it's kind of hard to bite that off.
I know. The hardest part is getting started. So now's a good time because a lot of people are getting their tax refunds back. That could be a great thing to put into a rainy day fund and just build it up. If you've spent that refund, or if you don't have it anymore, just $50 to $100 a month. Just start building it up and to a point where you feel comfortable. And if something happens, you don't have to go to the high interest credit cards to try to pay that off.
So how do you balance that? You're like, I've got maybe $4,000 or $5,000 in debt. Do I want to start a rainy day fund of $1,000 or $2,000? Yeah,
you have to make a plan. There's $1 trillion in credit card debt in the United States. So paying that off is really important, but coming up with a plan that you can do both. Put a little bit away into savings, but also pay off the debt is really important too. So it's really just about coming up with a plan and having your employer directly deposit money into certain accounts, a savings account, a retirement account. That way you can get things paid off as quickly as possible.
Do you need more than that 3 to 6 months? I mean, I think maybe a lot of people want a bigger security blanket.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. 3 to 6 months, I'd say more so 6 months is important if you can build it up to that point. But as long as you have money there, that's going to get you through some tough times. In retirement especially, I always say more 6 months, because the car still breaks down on the side of the highway, the sump pump still goes out. You still have all these problems that come up, and you don't want to take money out of your 401k when the market's down. You'd rather have this cash on hand just in case.
So when you talk about expenses, what are you thinking about? Is it mainly the rent, food, and gas? I mean, what are you thinking in terms of those 3 to 6 months?
So the emergency fund is the mortgage, the car loan payments, all that kind of stuff, the fixed payments. The rainy day fund is more so what can come up. If it rains, you always have an umbrella with you. It's kind of like that, just being prepared for the medical bills this year or whatever could come up.
Should that just be like a savings account?
Yeah, I'd say so. A money
access?
Market account, a savings account, something that's going to be easy to access as quick as possible, so you don't have to take it out of your 401k and take a 10% hit, all that kind of stuff.
And if we can get those interest rates up, so maybe we could earn a few more than just a few pennies on it. So the key is to get it going, get it started, try to have a plan, because that rainy day is going to come.
They always do. And cut back where you can. The lunches at the restaurants or the coffee runs. Use that money instead, put it into the rainy day fund, and that way if something comes up, you're prepared for it.
Yeah, she doesn't buy lunch anymore when we go out, so must be part of the cuts.
I think you still owe me a birthday lunch from last year.
Now we go. All right. Got a question for our experts. Email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. The number is right there for you.